PLC Network here at CES 2017. I'm standing next to Senor Juan Pablo Fernandez of the Fibaro group.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good morning. Doing good.
Awesome. And we've spoken to you guys, obviously, in the past many times, both here and off-site via emails and phone calls and everything else in the past. But today what we're focusing on is we got a couple cool little gadgets here.
Yes.
Including a swiping accessory here for your home automation system.
That's correct.
That it basically looks like it's a picture frame, but you can also integrate it into other purposes in your house, including behind walls and stuff like that, thin walls and whatnot. Show us, what are we looking at here?
Okay, so this is our swipe, which is a gesture control movement that it will trigger any scene or turn on or off whatever appliance you want to, using the Z-Wave devices that we produce. In this case, we have a curtain, we have a light over here. So this is the movement that we will do, and that movement will trigger the scene to lift up the curtain.
That is fantastic.
So we have several movements. That's the up movement. If I trigger it down, it will show you that the curtain goes down. Okay? That same movement could be programmed to do a on-off or off, like this one. We turn on the light, we turn it off. Okay, so this little device is battery operated. It also can accept USB power.
And how complicated is it to integrate it into something like this?
Okay, let me show you.
Fantastic. So the front comes completely off. So the device is actually inside. So this is actually where the USB is coming into.
That's right. This is the sensor, right? So
yes.
this part will be installed the drywall, and then you can plug it into the USB port and have it all the time awake. Okay?
That's fantastic. And in terms of the depth, in terms of putting it behind the drywall, can it be through a complete sheet of drywall, or do you kind of have to dig into the drywall a little bit to get it closer in terms of the thickness of the layer?
You just have to dig a little bit, and also it's important to say that people ask us how far can we make the swipes, and we say a little, like 1 or 2 inches, because if not, just imagine a kid swiping off across the room, turning on off the TV or the lights, right?
So it definitely can shoot through a full sheet of drywall in those cases.
Yeah, we have made some testings, and also marble, granite, wood, glass, not metal. Metal distorts the signal.
Yes, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I kind of want one of these, a lot of these now. This is fantastic. So this is something, and by default it comes in the form of a picture frame, but you can integrate it in furniture and walls and everything else. It's really nice, and it works with the automation system already in your home. Z-Wave compatible.
Right.
Z-Wave compatible, so if you have something like the Vera, just came out with a new control module.
Yeah, but I don't know if that it's going to be able to do the integration with the swipe, because it is proprietary so far.
So far, okay.
And the template of that it's not being recognized. This is a new product, so it's got to be.
So there's no public API yet
so far for
this
product.
Okay,
yes.
But in the future, maybe.
Of course.
So then somebody can write a third-party program for it and get it to work with a brain like that.
Yes, because Vera and some other gateways recognize our devices.
Oh,
right
absolutely.
Now. Yes.
I know that personally. Mm-hmm. Fibaro actually works quite well, and they actually have a history for years now with the Vera products and some of the other third-party applications.
Do you have this little guy?
I do not have one of those yet. But what is this? This is I was seeing there's water drops all over the place.
UFO. No,
it's UFO. Okay, so we have a Z-Wave UFO now. So it flies around your house and keeps track of things.
This little guy is a flood sensor.
Okay, flood sensor.
So we have the sensors over here.
Okay.
Gold, and whenever it touches water, it may trigger the scene of alarm. It sends you a notification, push, email,
and it lights up too.
It lights up. It has a little beeping.
That's fantastic. So you can just, for example, put it in a bathroom on the floor behind the toilet, or maybe in a garage on the floor, so in case your water heater, it starts to leak, you immediately pick it up.
Exactly.
And that's quite a user-friendly approach, because some of them you have to attach to the wall and kind of point them at the ground, and some of the other companies, some of the solutions.
It has that feature.
You just throw it down there.
It has that feature. You may be able to do so.
Okay.
You can. You can attach cables over here, so
perfect.
It can be done even though it's battery.
The option if you want to do it, but
it's versatile.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the battery option, using it as an egg, just throw it on the ground. That's fantastic. I like that. So that's another option you can add to your Z-Wave or your automation system at your house. You know, if you're looking to, you know, if you're afraid of your water heater, you know, giving you any troubles, you know, it's definitely a viable solution to have, you know, because nobody wants any kind of flood damage coming from something like that, and you definitely don't want to catch it too late because it only gets worse from there. So you had one other item we wanted to take a look at, a kind of a universal button of things. Everybody has universal buttons coming out for automation systems now. This one just has a fun, cool, it's like one of those buttons, you know, if you made it red, it's like that one button on the console, you know, that's always exaggerated in cartoons and everything else. Don't hit the red button. It looks like one of those buttons, but it's not red, because this button you do want to hit. Let's go take a look at that.
Excellent.
So, Juan, this is the button I was talking about.
Yes.
This is cool. I like this. So this is just a universal button you can write any scene to.
Yes, that's right.
So tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so the button has 6-step scenes. You can press it once, like in this way, and it will shut down the lights. I can click it twice, and it will turn on the alarm system. Okay. And you can click it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and even a 6th time, but it's pressing the whole button all the way.
Press and hold.
And you can take it anywhere you want because you can put it on the wall, on the table, behind the table, whatever you want to do.
Oh, so in case you have like a bar or something, you have an automation system, and somebody walks in that you're kind of nervous about and you want to call the cops or something or notify the manager, you just kind of reach underneath that table.
And that's it.
Usually, you know, in the movies, they always have that emergency switch in the bank and everything else. Now you can have one in your home. So if, you know, if the wrong person comes over to your house and you're like, oh gosh, I need that excuse to get out of this one. You need your friend to send you a text message, just tap that, and they call you immediately and go, hey, I need you over here.
That's right. That's right.
Options are endless. Again, it's a universal button.
We have several colors, like you said. It's not only red. We have
black
green,
and yellow?
Yellow, blue.
So you do have red, though.
We have red,
You do have red, so you could set up that red button, you know, and goof around, a panic button in your house and goof around with everybody as well. It's like, you know, you can say, whatever you do, don't hit the red button. And if anybody does hit the red button, you have your siren go off and make all your lights blink and just do something goofy.
That's right.
Z-Wave, everything automation. I mean, everything. Fibaro, it's awesome. I mean, who doesn't want this in their home now?
And it's so affordable right now.
Yeah. How much is this?
Oh, you'll have to come and visit us.
Trick questions.
No.
How about the swipe? Do we know yet? Is there any price available for swipe?
Yeah, I think it's on Worthington Distribution website, so that you can log in and check out the prices.
Perfect. Okay, so for more information, Fibaro.com?
Yes.
And then, of course, you can go to POCnetwork.net as well, as we're going to be constantly covering Fibaro as time goes on. There's always new stuff rolling out by them, and we're always excited to hear from them. So thank you so much.
Glad to help. Thank you.
If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, and or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.